Welcome to Mr. Winter Wonderland channel. Subscribe now and let's unravel the wonders of our world together. Now, let's get to today's video.
Flight 911, also known as Speedbird 911, was a round-the-world flight operated by the British Overseas Airways Corporation. Tragically, it crashed near Mount Fuji in Japan on March 5, 1966. The Boeing 707 jetliner encountered severe clear air turbulence and disintegrated mid-air shortly after departing from Tokyo. All 113 passengers and 11 crew members perished in the disaster. This crash was the third fatal passenger airline accident in Tokyo within just 1 month. It followed the crash of All Nippon Airways Flight 60 in February, and Canadian Pacific Airlines Flight 402, which occurred only a day earlier. Passengers on the Flight 911 could still see wreckage of Flight 402 on the runway, just before they took off for the very last time. On the day of the accident, the aircraft arrived at Tokyo Haneda Airport at 12:40, having diverted to Fukuoka Airport the previous day due to weather conditions in Tokyo. The weather had since improved, with a cold front bringing cool, dry air from the Asian mainland, creating crystal-clear skies. For the Tokyo-Hong Kong segment, the crew received a weather briefing and filed an instrument flight plan for a southbound departure from Haneda via the island of Izu Oshima. Among the 89 passengers, the majority were from the United States, while the crew was primarily from the United Kingdom. Captain Bernard Dobson, an experienced 707 pilot since 1960, was in command. At 13:42, the crew contacted air traffic control to request engine start, and amended their clearance for a visual meteorological conditions climb westbound. This route would take them closer to Mount Fuji, possibly to give the passengers a better view of the landmark. Little did they know, that view would seal their fate. At 13:50, the aircraft began taxiing, and by 13:58, it was airborne. After takeoff, the aircraft made a continuous climbing right turn over Tokyo Bay and rolled out on a southwest heading, passing north of Odawara, just a few kilometers from Mount Fuji. The aircraft then turned right again toward the mountain, reaching an altitude of approximately 16,000 feet. Well above the mountains, 12,388 foot. It was here that the aircraft encountered strong turbulence, so intense and sudden that it caused the plane to break apart in mid-air, crashing into a nearby forest. The Japanese Self-Defense Force based in the East Fuji Maneuver Area were able to photograph the aircraft during the crash. Pictures show the BOAC 911 with all 4 engines and tail missing, and the outer right wing damaged, with fuel vapor leaking from the wings. This disaster was one of 5 fatal aircraft accidents in Japan in 1966, 4 commercial and 1 military. The series of crashes, particularly the one involving Flight 911, severely shook public confidence in commercial aviation in Japan. Both Japan Airlines and All Nippon Airways were forced to reduce some domestic services due to the drop in demand. Among the victims were 75 Americans associated with the Thermo King Company of Minneapolis, Minnesota, on a company-sponsored tour of Japan and Southeast Asia. Remarkably, several booked passengers canceled their tickets at the last moment to attend a ninja demonstration. The cumulative impact of several aviation disasters in Japan in 1966, including the crash of BOAC Flight 911, All Nippon Airways Flight 60, and Canadian Pacific Airlines Flight 402, led to a significant decline in public confidence in air travel at the time. As a result of this reduced demand, both Japan Airlines and All Nippon Airways were forced to cut back some of their domestic services. That is all for today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, take care.